What's up, everybody? And welcome to this week's edition of the On Purpose podcast, where it's our privilege to show up with you, take a little bit of time in your week, and hopefully get you moving again, get you thinking differently, get you reminded maybe of some stuff that you've been leaving uncovered, you've been leaving undone. And man, we can't thank you enough for being here with us. Episode 275 today, kicking off the month of October. We're in the fourth quarter of 2024. And I thought I would share in this week's episode, I would share just kind of a philosophy I have and something I've developed for my own life through experience, right? Through coaching and leading people for the vast majority of the last 25 plus years of my life and the mistakes I made, right? And some of the best lessons you're going to learn and how to get the most out of people around you, to get the most out of yourself is through your mistakes. So I thought I would share some stuff today to kind of get us building momentum for this fourth quarter, get us building some thought momentum, some physical momentum as we go into 2025 and not waiting till the magic ball drops and it's 2025 and now we're going to have a resolution or now we're going to change something, but actually starting to make these subtle changes now so that we have momentum when that calendar flips. So this week I wanted to share with you something I call lead people, manage things. And it's a leadership philosophy, a lifestyle philosophy that I have, like I said, that's developed over the course of years. And it's so crazy to me, like in this world with all the information we have and stuff, all the leadership programs out there, all the coaching programs, sometimes we still confuse the basic premises of the difference between people and things, right? A thing you can manage, a thing has no feelings, a thing is not alive. So if one thing goes down, you replace with another thing, the one that broke doesn't have feelings. It's not going to be upset that it's just been replaced. But people do, right? People do. And when we treat our people like things, when we confuse people for things, they don't feel valued. They don't feel important. They're gonna it's easy to slide into a place where we question if our work even matters. The place, especially let's talk about work, right? The place where we spend so much of our adult lives, if we feel like we're just another thing in the system, there's not much meaning in that, right? There's not much mattering for me. I don't feel important. I don't feel valued. I don't feel like I'm making a contribution to the greater good, which is ultimately the goal of most humans, right? Like one of our needs is to know that we're contributing to something bigger than ourselves. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this week is how do we remind ourselves? How do we stay focused to lead our people and not treat them like things? Right. So about a year ago, we had a great opportunity, super fun, something to do differently. And that was as a family to spend our Christmas running a Christmas tree lot in the Bay Area of California. And it was exciting for me and for us because we got to have Christmas every day for basically 6 straight weeks, right? Christmas trees, the smells, we got to decorate how we wanted, put up the Christmas lights, turn on the music, have hot chocolate, like all the stuff to make Christmas. So we're in this festive holiday spirit every day for 6 weeks. And it gave me a firsthand opportunity to work with my kids and my wife and kind of show them how leading people and managing things applies, like how we really do it in the real world. So it was a lot of fun. We had about 11, seasonal employees that we brought on, couple local high school kids, a few local college athletes, um, a couple guys that were my age, maybe a little older that just needed some seasonal money. And we brought a team together, right? And we created an atmosphere where they knew they felt valued. They knew they were important. And it was important for me to share that with our team. So how do we do that, right? How do you create value for people in your world? First off, know their names, right? Something simple, right? But if you know somebody's name, you address them by name, you've automatically established a relationship that they were important enough for you that you got their name right, that you didn't just say, hey, you, dude, bro, whatever. We're getting names, and it's such a simple concept that we miss in today's world where everything's transactional, right? Like I'm talking to you, but I'm really just trying to get this done so I can move to the next thing. When you embrace and welcome somebody by name, you're already a different level in the relationship. You're already teaching them that, man, you matter enough that I took the time to memorize your name and know something important about them, right? Like, so for that 6 weeks, we had 11 employees. It was important for me to know about their families, know why they were working. How many times have we been in a position where we're leading people, whether it's a team, a business, and we don't know why they're doing what they're doing? We don't know why they're here. Well, as a leader, if I'm supposed to help get the most out of you and put you in the places that make you the most productive for the team and also help fulfill your needs, I should probably know why you're doing what you're doing. So that was one of the things. It seems silly, right? Like you're hiring seasonal employees for a tree lot, but it's what I was teaching is that's one of the most important things because it doesn't matter if it's a seasonal job or a career position at the police academy where I'm bringing somebody on to expect them to work the next 30 years serving their community and potentially be willing to die for strangers. It goes back to the same things. I want them to know they matter to me, and I want to know why they're here. Why are they doing what they're doing? So it was a fantastic opportunity for me to walk around every morning, having coffee with Trey and looking like how many trees were down on the lot, right? How many trees do we need to refill? How many spots do we have? How much back stock do we have? Do we have enough? And help him guide him through his decision making because those are things, right? Those are super quick. You just grab this tree to fill that tree. Nobody cares. It's a done deal. And we talk about personnel issues. What kind of performance issues do we have? Do we have anything from the day before that we need to solve today? And then I would always remind him, take a pause. Ask yourself, is this a thing problem or a person problem? Is this a thing issue or a person issue? If it's a thing issue, make a decision and go. Look at your numbers, you use your data, whatever it is, make a best decision you can and go. Thing, you can always readjust real quickly with things. If it's a person problem, stop for a minute and think about the person behind it. How are they feeling? Have we checked in recently? Was the performance issue maybe a result of something that happened at home? Did they just have a bad day? They get in a car wreck on the way to the job site? Any of that stuff, right? Because that's all going to factor into how we treat the performance. And that's what I want us to get after is not treating the people in our lives, whether you're a boss at work, a coach of a sports team, wherever you are, or just the head of a family, involved in a family. Don't treat our people like they're things. Don't get in relationships and spend time in relationships that are transactional, that are only here to get something done, but I'm not fulfilled, right? I'm not saying there's not a place for those in your life, but those shouldn't be the basis and the majority of your relationships are only if I need something. But there's no depth to the relationship. There's no growth. I don't know what's going on for that person. Right. And the tree lot was a fantastic time for us as a family and as leaders to create an atmosphere where people thrived. And one of the greatest compliments we got was from two of the high school students that worked with us. That they came to work every day excited, smiles. They were bringing food for the other coworkers. And when they told us this was their favorite place to go because of how they felt, not because I paid them the most money, not because they had benefits and retirements and 401k. It was a seasonal job, right? It's just barely above California minimum wage plus some tips. So it wasn't the things that made them excited to come to work. It wasn't the things that brought them in. They said it was the best place they went every day because of how they felt. Right? How do we create that feeling? It's because you truly care about people. You get to know them. You know a little bit about them. And I challenge them. Right? I would challenge them to work harder, to do more, to not sit and get on their phone, but to go find another job to fulfill the mission of the tree lot, which was to make sure everybody that came in got the best Christmas tree they could, would have the best Christmas season so they'd come back again next year, right? So I shared with them why we were doing what we were doing, what the overall mission of the tree lot was, and then how important their role was to it, right? You get to greet people, you get to guide them to the most appropriate tree for their budget and their family needs and how much space they have. You get to be the person that plays with and entertains the little kids that are coming in here just so excited to see Santa and the the candy canes and all the lights and the music. Right? Because it might have seemed like it was just a random tree lot in a rougher area of the Bay Area in a dirt lot that after 6 weeks they would take everything down and it would go back to being a dirt lot. But it was so much more than that. It was a place that we got to show people that people matter, that their stories all contributed to the greater good of the team. And I think that is something we can all take away, is not getting caught up and waiting for the big moment in life. When I get to this big job and I'm in charge of all the people, then I'm going to treat people the right way. When I get to this, whatever my next goal is, then I'm going to slow down and really get to know my people and empower my people and to work with the team around me. Well, if you're not doing it now, you're not going to do it then. And how about we start it with our families? Right? How about we start it by making sure that everybody in our family knows they're valued and that they're contributing to the overall mission of the family, and that they're all individual and their unique talents contribute to the overall goals and what we're going to be able to achieve, and that they're all equally important. See, sometimes we look past the very people that need us the most. And it's only when we get down the road and we look back and we go, dang it, I missed an opportunity here. Missed an opportunity to share some of what we knew with the kids as they're growing up, or with that brand new employee that just started the job, right? It to a lot of people, they say, "Oh, that running a tree lot, that's okay." But to me, it was one of the most important things we did because we got to show our kids what it means to lead people. And we got to show the people that we were blessed to work alongside of what it means and how good it feels to be part of something that's bigger than you. And not bigger than you in that we're saving the world, we're fighting terrorists around the that we were stopping global terrorism or anything huge like that, but we were literally selling Christmas trees. But we put people first. We let our people, then treat them like things. So go into this week, kick off this month, this final quarter of 2024, and challenge yourself. Am I treating the people around me like things, like they're transactional, like they're replaceable? Or am I leading them? Am I leading myself to care about the people, to know something about the people, to understand why they're doing what they're doing in life? And I think what you'll find there is if you lead your people, whether it's your family, a business, a team, just your circle of five, the people you spend your most time with, you're going to find you have much more meaningful relationships, a much better connection, and quite honestly, they're going to be more productive around you. You've established that. Give that some thought this week. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to ask if you got anything from this episode or any of our other 274 episodes. please help us out by liking, subscribing, giving us a rating, sharing. So in a world full of algorithms and metrics, we can be more easily found by people that want to join a community of purposeful living just like ours. Have an awesome week, everybody.